You can even do what my mom did to us. It's good to be bored. And that shut us up. And we realized, okay, well, I guess we have to find something to do. Good day everyone, and welcome back to my channel. My name is Kaylin and this is Foundation First. At Foundation First, our aim is to bridge a gap between home and school by empowering both parents and teachers to provide children with learning opportunities through developmentally appropriate avenues. Today what we're going to be talking about is something that is constantly going through people's minds and in discussions between teacher and parent communities, and that's screen time. But luckily for us, there has been a groundbreaking study that has just been published as of this August, and it was conducted by the prestigious JAMA Paediatrics, and it's uncovered some eye-opening insights. The reason why this study is so impactful is for how many children it involved and for an extended period of time. This study included a total of 7,097 children in total. And what it showed was a clear link between screen time and developmental delays. The developmental milestones that were inhibited were communication, life skills, fine motor, and personal and social skills. Dr. Jason Nagata, an associate professor of pediatrics, called the study a game changer due to its large scale of children over an extended period of time, which included a lot of follow-up data. He emphasized that this study filled a very critical gap by pinpointing specific developmental delays associated with screen time. So here were some of the findings. First is aged 1, who had between 1 to 4 hours of screen time per day. These children were at higher risk of experiencing developmental delays. These included communication, fine motor, problem-solving skills, and personal and social skills. But unfortunately, it doesn't stop there. Children who clocked in at 4 or more hours were at even higher risk of developmental delays in these areas. By the time that they had reached age 2, these effects were even more apparent. Those with up to 4 hours of screen time per day were 3 times more likely to experience difficulty with communication and problem-solving skills. And as one would assume, these risks increased as the hours increased per day. This means children who had screen time of 4 hours or more were up to 5 times more likely to underdeveloped communication skills and were more prone to fine motor deficits and personal social skills. So what did the study say were the root causes? Well, Dr. John Hutton, an associate professor of pediatrics, believes screen time will actually hinder language development in developing children. Children need that back and forth communication. Another term for this is serve and return. When you speak to a child, you are serving, and then they return, etc. Serve and return. You talk back and forth. These children need active back and forth interaction to learn how to communicate effectively. Unfortunately, when they're glued to screens, they are not engaging in this back and forth communication dance. They're missing out on valuable opportunities for language practice. And moreover, screens can't replicate the richness and fullness of real human interaction. Developing social skills requires understanding of subtle nuances in facial expression and body language, things that digital characters on screens just can't portray. And what's also important not to leave out is the lack of physical activity that children get when they're glued to screens. This often leads to a sedentary lifestyle, hindering the development of gross motor and fine motor skills. And something that my mom told me many times as a child, it's good to be bored. Allowing your child to experience a bit of boredom is actually something that can stimulate children's creativity once they're bored, as you are forced to think of something new. You're forced to create, forced to problem solve in order to keep yourself busy. And often what tends to happen is they discover innovative ways to engage themselves with their environment and their own thoughts. So let's think about the bigger picture. It is important to remember that childhood development is a complex interplay with genetics and environment effects. Adverse experiences and socioeconomic conditions also play a role in shaping your child's development. The study revealed that mothers of children with high screen time had certain characteristics. A few of these being younger, having a lower income, or dealing with postpartum depression. So what do we take away from this? First of all, unfortunately, as much as it's easier and we want to think otherwise, we have to limit screen time for young children, especially during those formative years from birth to age 5. It's important to aim for more interactive and physical and stimulating activities. And wherever possible, it's important to watch alongside your child to mitigate the negative impact. Secondly, children must embrace some boredom. This is where children ignite their creativity. Let them be bored. You can even do what my mom did to us. It's good to be bored. And that shut us up. And we realized, okay, well, I guess we have to find something to do. And from then we couldn't actually bother her. Encouraging your child to explore imagination when they're not glued to a screen can lead to incredible bursts of creativity. So that's all from me today. Remember, this isn't trying to shame parents. This is an educational video. And it's also important for teachers, because one thing that I know is that often when teachers are tired, they may open a screen. Maybe there's another way that you can do it, because if they're watching TV at home and watching TV at school, then that's a lot of screen time in the day. Remember, the journey of childhood development is a remarkable one, and every choice that you make has an impact on your child's development and growth. So thank you so much for joining me today. Remember to give this video a like, and please press subscribe. And if you have any thoughts on what we spoke about today, anything you'd like to add, or if you have any questions, leave a comment down below, and I'll see you in my next one.